Welcome to this book summary of Dopamine Nation by Dr. Anna Lembke. This powerful book dives into the science of addiction and pleasure, revealing how modern life is rewiring our brains. Let's explore how we can better understand the role of dopamine in our lives and reclaim balance in a world of excess. Dr. Lembke opens the book with a startling premise. We are living in a dopamine-overloaded world. From smartphones and social media to sugar and binge-watching, we're constantly bombarded by instant gratification. Dopamine, the chemical in our brains associated with pleasure and reward, is the driving force behind this. The problem? Too much of it can lead to addiction, unhappiness, and even pain. One of the key concepts in Dopamine Nation is the pleasure-pain balance. Imagine a seesaw in your brain. When you experience pleasure, like eating chocolate or getting likes on social media, your dopamine levels rise, tilting the seesaw toward pleasure. But to maintain balance, your brain tilts back toward pain afterward. This explains why too much pleasure, or indulging too often, can lead to a crash, making us feel worse over time. Dr. Lembke explains how our brains are designed to seek balance. In the past, pleasure was harder to come by. Food had to be hunted, entertainment was limited, and rewards required effort. But today, everything is available instantly, whether it's a meal delivered to your door, a show on demand, or validation through social media likes. This constant accessibility disrupts the balance, making it harder for us to feel truly satisfied. A critical insight from the book is that pain and discomfort can actually restore balance. Lembke explains that leaning into discomfort, rather than avoiding it, helps recalibrate our dopamine system. Activities like exercising, fasting, or even taking a cold shower can trigger a dopamine release afterward, teaching our brains to find pleasure in discipline and resilience. Another powerful takeaway is the concept of self-binding. This is a strategy for managing temptation by setting boundaries and creating barriers to overindulgence. For example, deleting social media apps, limiting access to junk food, or turning off notifications are forms of self-binding. These small changes can make a big difference in preventing dopamine overload. Dr. Lembke also dives into the science of addiction and how it affects the brain. Addiction isn't just about substances like alcohol or drugs. It can include behaviors like shopping, gaming, or even work. The common factor, these activities flood the brain with dopamine, hijacking its natural reward system. Over time, the brain adapts, requiring more and more stimulation to achieve the same feeling of pleasure, creating a vicious cycle. One of the most hopeful parts of Dopamine Nation is its emphasis on recovery. Lembke shares stories of individuals who broke free from addiction by embracing strategies like abstinence, therapy, and community support. She explains that recovery isn't just about removing the addiction, it's about finding deeper meaning, connection, and purpose. Another crucial lesson is the importance of community and connection. In a world where technology often isolates us, building real-life connections can help us navigate our dopamine-driven society. Lembke highlights the role of mutual support groups and the healing power of shared struggles, reminding us that we're not meant to face challenges alone. So what's the solution to dopamine overload? Dr. Lembke suggests a mix of self-awareness, discipline, and moderation. By identifying what triggers our dopamine spikes, we can take steps to reset our brains. Simple practices like taking breaks from technology, practicing gratitude, and finding joy in small, meaningful activities can help us regain control. The final message of Dopamine Nation is that true happiness comes not from constant pleasure, but from balance. By understanding the science behind dopamine and making intentional choices, we can reclaim our lives and find lasting fulfillment in a world full of distractions. Thanks for watching this summary of Dopamine Nation by Dr. Anna Lembke. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. What's one habit you're ready to change for a healthier relationship with dopamine?